Hello, Virgos, and welcome to this, your November 15th through November 30th reading and predictions. A very warm welcome to everyone. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on the video. You are very welcome here. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for continuing to support my little channel. My name is Marnie, also known as Intuitive Butterfly. And for those of you who are new here, I do not edit my videos. If I cough, if I sneeze, if my cat jumps into the frame, if cards go flying onto the floor, oh well, so be it. It's in the video. So just the heads up. Let's get started. We are going to start off with some cards as to where you are at now here as I record this video for you in the middle of November 2023. What's going on for Virgo? A few cards flipped out there. So let's take a look. Three cards have come out. Ooh, morality, Ace of Swords, new beginnings, and the Five of Cups, clinging to the past. Okay. The morality card. This is the card that comes out when we are questioning why we do the things that we do the way that we do them. And this card corresponds loosely to the Queen of Swords from the traditional tarot. And the Queen of Swords is the type of queen who comes into our lives with a feminine authority, wherein she's got something that she wants done and she wants it done her way. And we question that authority when the morality card comes up. Why? Why do we listen to a queen? Why do we listen to anybody in a position of authority? What gave them that authority? These are the types of questions that come to mind when this particular card comes up. So this is something that you are dealing with right now, Virgo. This brings us to the Ace of Swords, which is new beginnings, because when we begin to question morality, when we begin to question why we do what we do, why we listen to the people that we listen to, it allows for us to change our perspective, and it allows for us to say, hey, I don't know if that's resonating for me anymore. And so we do have an opportunity to move into a greater consciousness and a better understanding of why things are the way they are. But when we wake up to the realization of why things are the way they are, and then we begin to look at, does this resonate for me or not? We may be tempted to cling to the past. We may be tempted to be in that position of, I don't know if I want to let go of everything that we have at the moment. These are the cards that are coming up for where you are at now, Virgo. I do want to say with this morality card coming up, so in the tarot, there are always cards in the minor arcana, such as this one, that correspond to the big boys or the big cards being the major arcana. This card corresponds to the Hierophant in the major arcana. There is a possibility that the Hierophant may come out in some way, shape, or form and have you questioning this even further. But even if the Hierophant doesn't come out in this reading for you, there is this questioning that's happening on your part, a questioning of authority and trying to figure things out, while at the same time recognizing that things are changing, things are moving into a new beginning, where most of us have a better understanding and a more conscious awareness of things that are going on, which leads some of us to say, yeah, but I want the past back. Let's move into what you are focusing on at this time. What are the Virgos focusing on? And that one's in my lap. At least it didn't go on the floor. What are the Virgos focusing on? We have another card out. That one's face down. I can't see it, so is that one in my lap. All right. Anything else for the Virgos to focus on for the latter half of November? No, just these two cards. So we will read them in the order in which they came out. First things first, you have the Magician. You are the second sign to have the Magician in this placement, and you also have the Justice card. Now, you are not the first sign to have Justice come up this month. Oh my goodness, this card has come out for at least 5, maybe 6 other zodiac signs. Big, big, big theme running through many of the people on this planet right now. Justice. I also want to point out that you have 2 major arcana cards come out together. Out of 78 cards in the deck, 21 of which are major arcana, and you ended up with 2. 2 for 2. Okay, let's start with the Magician. The Magician is a card of magic, of manifestation, of the realization that we create the world that we want to live in, Virgo. How do we do that? With our thoughts, with our mind. So if we are lying awake in bed at night, catastrophizing, thinking, oh my God, worst case scenario, then what do we actually manifest when we wake up? A worst case scenario in our lives. If we're lying awake in bed at night thinking, I am going to have my best day ever. I am living my perfect dream life. Life is beautiful. Life is wonderful. I have everything I could ever ask for or dream of. When you get out of bed in the morning, even if that is not 100% your reality, your perception of your day is going to be far more positive. You just created a positive day for yourself instead of a negative day. And when you realize that you have that much control over your life on that level, you can then scale that to an absolutely magical existence. And that's why we call it the Magician. This is what you are focusing on right now, Virgo. You are focusing on creating a new reality, a more positive reality for yourself, your friends, your family, your neighbors, and globally. But for yourself, you are working towards manifesting a more beautiful, more abundant life for yourself. And when you honestly and truly believe that you have the capacity to do that, then you will do that. Which brings in the Justice card. Now, the Justice card in some decks, this particular card being the number 8 card, the number 8 card in the traditional tarot is actually the Balance card, but in this deck, they call it the Justice card. This is the card of maybe make sure that you're not going a few miles an hour over the speed limit this month. Don't jaywalk if there's a police officer standing on the corner. The Justice card may or may not indicate the possibility of real or perceived legal problems, but the Justice card also speaks to balance. The scales of justice love to be in balance. So keep that in mind with your manifestations as well, that whatever you are trying to manifest needs to be balanced as well. And finally, with the Justice card seeks for you to make sure that all of your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed at this time, Virgo. Pay attention to the nitty-gritty little details as you are possibly entering into a new contract or a new agreement of some kind. Make sure that you are paying attention to the details. Perhaps have somebody else review it. When this card comes up, that's of the utmost importance. So, with you being active in this new awakening and this new realization of morality and questioning things and moving into this Magician card, let's take a look at what's coming up and is a challenge for you. No, I got told to go down here to this deck instead. Challenges for Virgo. What is challenging Virgo for the latter half of November? What's coming up? I think we're going to go through this again because I think I know where your card is. It's down there. Yeah. I knew that was going to happen. That one's teetering on the edge of the table. Don't fall. All right. And anything else challenging difficult influences for Virgo at this time? No. Okay. Teetering on the edge, we have be brave and be honest. Be brave and be honest. We have the Knight here. Now, the Knight coming up in your difficult influences is, we're going to hearken back to the Morality card, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Swords, the Consciousness card here in the New Beginnings. This card coming up is reminding you that this work is not easy. And one of the reasons that when we begin to do this work, Virgo, one of the reasons we want to cling to the past when we're doing this kind of work is because when we wake up to certain things and when we realize that the way things have been being done no longer resonate with us and we begin to make changes in ourselves, what happens is our friends, family, neighbors, and society as a whole kind of goes, wait a minute, they've changed. We don't like change. We're resisting change. And there's that pushback. This card is indicating that you may be experiencing some of that, whether that be isolation or just pushback or a disagreement with your views and beliefs with regards to your newly found morality and conscious awakening. You need to be brave and stand your ground for what you believe in right now, Virgo. Really super important, because if you want to be able to manifest with this magician, you have to be coming from a place of authenticity. And if you're not living in your authenticity, this magician doesn't mean a thing. You won't have the ability to be able to manifest if you are not living in authenticity. Oh yeah, Justice card. Justice card is also a karma card. It's going to keep you honest. It's going to keep you in that authenticity. And authenticity is hard. It puts us in the place of having to be the brave knight. So keep that in mind. It's one of the things that's coming up that you may have to stand your ground on certain things coming forward. Choose love over fear. One of the messages the universe wants you to hear at this time. And the second message is take responsibility for your actions. Okay, so choose love over fear. Let's see if we can get that to focus. Choose love over fear. Right. So clinging to the past is coming from a place of fear. When people question you making the changes that you are currently making, Virgo, you need to choose love over fear. Don't fear the future. Don't fear the changes that you are currently in the process of manifesting, and certainly don't fear your newly found realization that we as humans are way more powerful than we were ever led to believe. Don't fear that. Choose love and recognize you're powerful, and take responsibility for your actions. Didn't I just say something about karma and balance? Keep karma and the Justice card and balance in mind as you are moving forward, Virgo. It's going to be important. All right, we're moving into unexpected. What is unexpected for Virgo at this time? Took a minute for those to come out, but unexpected. We have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is Seven of Cups is a double-edged sword card. So the Seven of Cups represents, how do I say this? The Seven of Cups represents us portraying or perceiving the future through rose-colored glasses. And some people may be perceiving, as you're waking up to this new morality and this new consciousness, there are going to be people who are going to doubt you, make you have to step into that, and they're going to say, you can't be a magician. You're not that magical. You're not that powerful. And at times, when the magician appears, when we're working with the law of attraction, we may feel like we are living in fantasy land. But the reality is that, Virgo, when you begin to work with the law of attraction and you recognize your ability to manifest, you can recognize the difference between your manifestations, your thoughts that are going to create a new reality, and being way out there in fantasy land. Like, this is not reality. Okay, that's what this card is talking about, is your ability. Like I said, it's a double-edged sword, because part of you wants to live out in fantasy land because you realize, I'm super powerful. I can create my own reality. I can create what I want in my life. And yet that needs to be tempered or balanced with reality. Do you see where I'm going with this? Like, okay, I would like to manifest a life in which I no longer have to worry about money and finances, versus I'm going to manifest a life where my bank account is on par with that of Elon Musk. Which one of those is based in an achievable reality, and which one is based in fantasy? That's what this card is asking you to look at right now, Virgo. You have the Page of Swords here, and the Page of Swords comes in. Didn't you have... Oh no, it wasn't you that had the Page of Swords. Okay, the Page of Swords heralds news of change. So this is coming up in your unexpected. Pay attention, there's some news of change coming, like you didn't already know that. And you have the Ten of Swords here, and the Ten of Swords indicates the beginning of the end of a period of trials and tribulations. It means that whatever it is that you've been experiencing here, as you are experiencing and questioning your morality, and there is this temptation to want to cling to the past, which is uncomfortable, but you're also moving into this new consciousness and into the Magician. The Ten of Swords indicates that this has been a trial and a tribulation for you, and it has been a difficult time. You have this Knight here indicating that as well. This card is saying that by the end of November, which is the time frame for which this reading is intended, you're going to be on the cusp of coming out of feeling like this new reality is a trial or a tribulation, and you're going to be in that place of manifesting something that does not feel like work, and it does not feel like it's a trial anymore. We are going to pull your last few cards here, Virgo. Yes, and there's our proof right there. There is our proof that this Ten of Swords is heralding or bringing in a shift for you, because your card in your final general overall outcome, there's going to be two cards. I can't make this up. The Ten of Swords is the equivalent to the Ten of Winter in the Fairy Tarot. You have the Ten of Swords, Ten of Winter card twice in your reading, Virgo. Both cards have the exact same meaning, the resolution of difficulties in your life. So and this card is pulled as part of your final general overall outcome for the time frame for which this reading is intended. You have the Ten of Swords here, you have the Ten of Swords here, both indicating that trials and tribulations and difficulties are over. The final card in your reading, Virgo, is the Star. And this star is the card of look to the future with stars in your eyes. You can achieve what you want to achieve, providing that you are staying within the confines of being realistic. I do want to point out that with my particular example of, you wanting to have Elon Musk's bank account, Elon Musk will tell you that he hardly has any money in the bank because he keeps reinvesting all of his money. So if you're looking for cash and liquid assets, yeah, he's probably not the right person to be putting up on that pedestal. But if you are looking for multi-billionaire type status, keep in mind that there is an aspect of needing to climb a ladder, and it doesn't matter whether you have this magician or not. Okay. I just feel the need to qualify this reading a little bit with, you have the ability to manifest a life in which financial worries are no longer part of your everyday life. You absolutely have the ability to manifest that, Virgo. By all means, begin that manifestation. But if your ultimate end goal is to be a multi-billionaire, keep in mind that you have to climb the mountain and take some steps to get there. But the star coming out is an extremely positive card, and it is a card encouraging you to look towards the future with hope and optimism. Dream a little bit. Okay. I'm going to wrap that up for you, Virgo. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. If this video resonated for you, please consider giving it a like and subscribe to the channel so that you'll receive notifications about my next videos. My next video will be coming out at the beginning of December. Thank you so much.